I don't think Bruno's that stupid.
But Tonali's worth £150,000. You pay him that. If another player becomes that worth that amount, you pay them that. And yes, if we break financial fair play and things by doing that, then so be it.
You cannot do that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. You can't break it because they will probably they will throw the book at us.
Every time we get a good player, then do we just let them go because we're unwilling to pay the wages?
No, because I'm going to say
unwilling. It's unable.
I think we've got to find a balance. I agree with Andy's point in terms of incentivizing, because you've seen it down the line where someone's had a good 3 or 4 months, like for example Aubameyang or Salah, where they've got a hot run up until they got the contracts, and then afterwards they down tools. Whereas if you keep incentivizing and say, look, get to 10 goals, I'll give you this, get to 20 goals, I'll give you that, then it's helping the team and the player. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want.
The way I would do it in conjunction with commercial operations. That if we've got to deal with Salah, now we should be able to say to Salah, by the way, if we get into the Champions League, your 40 grand a year commitment is going to be 60 grand a year, 60 million a year. And that gives us the 20 million for to then say to the players involved, if you get to the Champions League, we can pay you an extra £5 million a year, which is
also got to remember, a young player signs a contract. I don't know if any of you watch it under the Koch podcast or anything, but it's regularly mentioned. You sign a contract, say, let's say 90 grand the first year. There's normally like a 10 to 15% increase each year after that as well. So the player that we're talking about now, like for example Gordon, when he signed his new contract, prime example is he got a huge contract from what he was on, and when I say he deserved that new contract. But when you look at the difference from what he was on to what he went on to, and then his form dropped off, you've got to remember, like, the first year is going to be, let's say, 100,000. The next year is probably going to 110. The second year, 120. Next year, 130. So that they've got incentives anyway in the contract anyways, because if they stay, they're going to get a wage increase regardless. But I do agree with what said, but the problem I've got with what Forty said is, risk of points deduction, yes. If you lose Tonali out of our team, it probably does cost you 6 to 8 points a season, regardless.
But that's it. I think, man. I don't wish that on anybody to play without Tonali. How about
purely
that?
Hypothetical. You can't.
It ain't no hypothetical. We were without Tonali when he was suspended, and we were rubbish. He came in the team, excellent. So that's how easy it is to figure out. Bruno, you can argue Bruno you can get that, but not many players on this team can come and really demand higher wages. Not many. You say the center forward might if they score, but that means if they score and they are prolific, then you can discuss. But anybody else, I mean,
I just raise a point on this. If you sit down as a Tonali and to with the club, and they're going, we'll pay you this, but then we'll give you this little bit extra if you do this little bit extra if you do that. If the club achieve this, we'll do that. If we get this commercial revenue, we'll do this. You sit there and you think, well, what a load of rubbish, sort of. If there's like a Man City in for us, or there's a Barcelona in for us, or a Real Madrid in for us, they're just going to pay us that no matter what. And then I can do my own commercial deals in that. Or they'll do for us.
If you want to go there, if you want to
pay them. No, but you have to pay them what they are worth.
Yeah, exactly. When you've been arguing with me, when you argue with me many times. Oh, so now we can't afford. But you've told me before, you've got to pay Livramento all this money. You've got to, or else they're going to leave. So now that's not an issue anymore with Tonali. You got something against Tonali, by the way. And just to let you know, in your poll there, Tonali versus Anderson, 94% Tonali, 6% Anderson. So there you go, man. I hope you feel good about yourself after that one. Listen,
that wasn't the question. The question should have been. The question should have been if Tonali doesn't want to sign a new contract.
Oh, what an obvious thing! If Bruno doesn't want to be here, I would assume.
easiest thing.
What
Who's
a
best?
numpty.
Tonali or Anderson?
You said you would be comfortable losing Tonali over Anderson. That means you must rate Anderson that high, that you're comfortable with having Anderson over Tonali. So therefore, that's why the poll is there. But by the way, you lost. I hope you go to the bathroom, look in the mirror.
Well, no, I
and
didn't,
find
I
some
didn't lose
shame.
at all. You just,
And
as
find some
usual,
shame.
you geared it to your own
No,
agenda.
I didn't.
Can anyone agree with me, by the way, what Boaty's just said there?
Because we gotta go, mate. Quickly. What do you say?
What Boaty's just said there screams to me, Isaac. Oh, well, I know this.
Why?
So I'll just go there.
Why is that assumption about Tonali? All of a sudden, some people, happy clappers, really want to put that cloud over Tonali for some reason, that he wants to leave, that he's not loyal to Newcastle.
I've never said that at all.
Well, I didn't accuse you of that, but you just came out defending yourself. That must mean
when
you
he's
must
offered the new contract, if he accepts it, we know where his loyalties lie. If he turns it down, we know where his loyalties lie. Turns it down. Bye-bye.
For a man that didn't say that, you're defending yourself a lot right now. But anyways, folks, we've had a wonderful show. Great debut by 40, by the way. Man, lovely stuff, man. He held his own. You know, he held his own, which is good. This is you haven't seen a Newcastle channel like this, man.
Put you in jail. That's good enough for me.
This is dirty here, man. Anyways, folks, thank you very much for joining us. Tomorrow we'll be live again with NUFC Undisputed at 11 a.m. UK. Back again at night with the late night show. So join us tomorrow. We'll be back at it, and yeah, again.
Did you say 11 a.m. then?
11 a.m. You got that right. So super chats. Thank you to Helsuzar, Kenny for becoming a member, Corey D, Paul Mo. Helsuzar again. Let me see here. Andy Bell, you gifted. Thank you, man, for getting me out of jail. That was lovely. Unjustified, but even Mandela went to jail, as I said. You know. So listen, two great legends were put in prison.
I'll carry that badge with honor.
So anyway, folks, thank you very much. Don't forget to smash that like button. We'll see you on the next one. How away the lads.